Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome to the Mamaprenuer Podcast. I am your fabulous hostess with the mostest, Robbin. Thank you guys so much for joining me and joining my fabulous guest tonight for episode number 32. I am still amazed that we are 32 episodes in. Before I go any further, I always like to give a shout out to our fearless leader of the Power Team platform, Miss Kesha Kesh, for the opportunity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, for those who are new to our podcast or joining us again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And for my newbies, I'll say welcome. You are welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to all of the fun and the excitement of the Mamaprenuer Podcast. All right. So I give you guys a lots to do in the beginning of the show. So I know you would love to hear me and Kedra talk, and we're gonna talk and chat and all the things, but I like to put the guests to work in the middle of the show. So first things first. This platform is all about sharing and connecting and community. And so I would like for you all to share this live broadcast on if you're on Facebook or YouTube, to share it on your platforms. You never know, this podcast may be a blessing to someone. And hey, the least you can do is share it. So I'm doing a giveaway tonight for 3 items. So if you share tonight's live broadcast, make sure you type hashtag Mamaprenuer in the comments for, especially if you're on Facebook, type hashtag Mamaprenuer in the comments. And I can't talk tonight. What is going on with me? Excuse me. And I will do the drawings after the live broadcast, and then I will reach out to you if you are one of our winners, and we'll go from there. But thank you in advance for sharing. So share tonight's live broadcast, and if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay in the comments, all right? Let us know that you're watching. Also, this platform is also about networking. So if you are an entrepreneur in the audience, I would like for you to type or tag your business, if it's your Facebook business page, IG, YouTube, TikTok, website, whatever. I would like for you to list that in the comments so you guys can network amongst yourselves in the comments. Again, you never know, your business may be a blessing to someone. So it's okay. It's okay to put your name and brand out there. All right. So share and then type in your business name in the comments. All right. All righty. I always like to introduce myself, especially because this community is growing. So I always like to introduce myself in the purpose of the show. My name is Robbin Kelton. I am from the Dallas area, born and raised. I work in corporate by day, but I am an entrepreneur outside of that. I am a hairstylist and have been for 24, almost 25 years. I do hair, lashes. I can do anything for you but braid. Please don't ask me to braid or lock. I cannot assist you. That is not my ministry. Okay. Also, I am a Mary Kay consultant, and I have been for over the past 14 years. I love all things Mary Kay. So if you're looking for some skincare, some makeup, holla at your girl. Also, I am a paparazzi consultant, home of the $5 bling. I love jewelry. Hold on. Kesha, girl, go on do that close up real quick. So we have our jewelry on today, our bracelet. If you can see my earrings for my hair, hold on. Hold, please. And then I have my earrings. All right, all right. So I love me some paparazzi. I love the jewelry. I try not to keep it all for myself. Amen. So, and also my recent venture is, it's called Savvy Salon Systems. It is a coaching program for independent salon suite owners as a way to help them grow and transform their businesses to the next level. So if you are a hairstylist out there and you are looking for some direction in your business, some help, because we all need help, please feel free to reach out to me directly. I'll be happy to assist you and give more details. I'm going to be talking a little bit about Savvy Salon here in a little bit with some things I have coming up. I am talking about my business too, because Kesha will get on me if I don't talk about my business. So, so I love you, Kesha. I just had to mess with you in that regard. So, the purpose of this podcast, Kesha, who is over the Power Team, gave me an opportunity to come on and do a spot on her podcast, which comes on Wednesday nights, first and third, and then later came back and asked me about 6 months later if I wanted to do my own show. And I had to pray on it first, but I did it. And so when I decided on what to talk about, I was like, well, this is a great way to help other female entrepreneurs get more exposure for their businesses. And we're about to, well, if we're not quite a year and a half, but we almost there. Again, 32 episodes later, here we are. And we're doing it afraid, because that is my mantra of the year. Do it afraid. I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I didn't know what was we doing here. I just said, you know what, let's do it. You know, God's plans are much better than our own, because this show wasn't in the cards. But I love it, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. So, few announcements before we go any further. Also, make sure you guys are sharing the broadcast. So I always talk about my website. Have you been to the Mamaprenuer Podcast website lately? You should. You should check out the merch. We have merch. We have shirts and all the things there. You can go to the website and order your shirt directly from there. We have previous episodes on there, what's coming up, all the things. And there's going to be more added soon. So stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. Also, a service that I've added within Mamaprenuer is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is a way for you to get your brand out there on this platform and not physically be a guest on the show. So what that means, you would get with me, provide me all your info, and we'll chat about the details, and then I will promote you on a live broadcast of the Mamaprenuer Podcast. And so there's all kind of packages, all the things, but you have to reach out to me. So if you have any questions, you just reach out to me directly or to Power Team, and they will get back to me. Also, Mamaprenuer is also accepting sponsorships in any form of capacity. So if you want to sow a seed into Mamaprenuer Enterprises, Mamaprenuer Podcast, same company. If you would like to sow a seed into the brand, let's chat. Feel free to reach out to me outside of the live, or you can reach out to Power Team or Kesha. She'll get back to me and let me know that you're interested in sponsorship of the podcast, or you're interested in affiliate marketing. I'd be happy to assist in either way. Again, it's a way to get your name and your brand out there. This podcast is played on multiple markets, so why not? You should. You should let me promote your business for you. And if you want to be a guest on the show and get more exposure for your brand, like Keidra today, same thing. You just reach out to me directly or the Power Team directly, and we will get back to you with more details. Okay. Speaking of that, calling all coaches. All business coaches. I am doing an episode for business coaches only. A great way to get your brand out there. So if you are a business coach in any capacity, baby, there is a coach for everything now. A fitness coach, a transformational coach, a coach who coaches coaches, in that order. We got me. I do hairstylists, barbers, lash owners. If you have a brow business, makeup artist, I do all of that. We got somebody that coaches preachers. There is a coach for everything. Coach for tech. Child, you know what you coach. So if you're a coach in some capacity and would like more exposure for your business, please reach out to me. Me directly on Facebook or Power Team. And again, we'll get back to you with more details. Okay. Coaches of the coaches in the coaching. All right. Anyway, I just had to throw that out there. Speaking of coaching, I mentioned a little bit about my coaching program, which is again called Savvy Salon Systems. Um, Again, it is a program that is catered just to independent hairstylists, barbers, makeup artists, lash artists, estheticians. And hey, you in the beauty industry in some shape, form, capacity, and you work independent and you need some help with your business, let me know. I am having a free webinar on October 25th at 7 o'clock via Zoom. You must RSVP in order to get the Zoom. If you have questions, please reach out again to me directly, and I'll be happy to provide more information on next steps. But again, that is free webinar October 25th at 7 p.m. Central Time. This is for hairstylists, barbers, estheticians, lash artists, brows, makeup. You do it all. Sugaring. We're going to go down the line. Facials. Child, if you got a med spa, all the things in that order. Please reach out if you're interested, okay? More to come on that. All right. Next. If you've tuned in a few times, you know that I love affirmations. I believe in the power of manifestation and affirmations. I believe if you speak positive things into your life, positive things will happen. So I got some written down for you. And so if you're into that, more than welcome to type these down, write these down, post-it note, whatever tickles your pickle. Okay. So again, I tell people when you're doing affirmations, you don't have to make these very elaborate. They ain't got to have a whole bunch of scripture in there. Now, if you want scripture, feel free. But for the person who has never done one a day in their life, it can be 4 words. I am, and whatever those other words are. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and read these out. And why am I dissolving over here? Anyway, I'm going to read these and hope these blessed you as they blessed me. All right. All right. First is Lord screen. Okay. I am powerful, beautiful, and unstoppable. I am powerful, beautiful, or handsome if you're a man, handsome, and unstoppable. All right. I am walking into a season filled with favor. I am walking into a season filled with favor. Okay. I surrender my worries and problems to God. I surrender my worries and problems to God. Okay. I am building bridges and breaking barriers. I am building bridges and breaking barriers. Okay. I am committed to working toward my goals for the month of October. I am committed to working toward my goals for the month of October. My business sales will skyrocket in the month of October. My business sales will skyrocket in the month of October. A few more left. Okay. I am walking into wealthy places. I am walking into wealthy places. Okay. And we're just going to put a little cherry on top after that. My bank account will increase beyond what I can spend. Say that a little louder for the people in the back. My bank account will increase beyond what I can spend. That's it. that is all, folks. So hopefully you guys enjoyed these. I laugh at this clapping sound effect every time. I love it. Kesh, I just need you with me every time, everywhere I go with that clapping. So I can just hear it, just brightens my spirit, okay? With the clapping sound. Okay. All right. So before I get to my fabulous guest, I got a few discussion topics I kind of want to talk about before getting to the fabulous Miss Kedra. So my first topic I kind of want to discuss, and these are going to be really brief, is trusting the process as an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur has its ebbs and flows, and it's not always going to be just easy. It's always going to be a journey in some shape, form, or capacity. And so sometimes it's really quick and easy for a person to want to give up on their entrepreneurial journey, whatever that is. And so I always speak on keep going. So just trusting that process, even if it feels like your journey is kind of taking too long to kind of see, to get to the other side. Okay. Next, this was a conversation a fellow entrepreneur and I were having because she was getting a lot of rejection in her business in regards to what she charged. And so my little tidbit is, do not let anyone guilt trip you into changing your pricing. Whatever your pricing is for your service, whatever your product, whatever, do not let anyone guilt trip you into changing your price. Maybe I am too high. Whatever your price is, you price that out for whatever reason that is, and people got to either respect it with the K at the end, respect it, or move on. Just saying, because you're not going to do that down to the Target. You ain't going to do that down to the Walmart. Whatever that price says, that down to the Target, down to the Wally World, you're going to pay that, or you can't walk out the store with it unless you stole it. Okay? So do not let anyone guilt trip you into changing your quotes for whatever that looks like. Just saying. Lastly, I just jotted down a few ways that you can support small business owners. More and more small businesses are coming about, especially from the pandemic alone. And everybody is, doesn't have quite the exposure like others. And so this is just a little something for when it's time to support your friends, family, coworkers, somebody with a business. Just a few little tidbits on how to support small business owners. And some of this is free, child. You don't have to spend no money. Sharing their social media posts. So if they're promoting themselves and they have a special going on or whatever they have going, or event going on, or benefit or whatever, share their post. That cost you $3.99 just to do it. Share their post. Like their post. Tag a few friends. If a person has a service-based business or whatever, leave a review in their Yelp or Google or Bing or whatever, their Facebook. If their website has an area for reviews, type a little something about their services and, their customer service or whatever. Reviews and stuff go a long way, because if you like me, I look at reviews. That's the nail shop, that's the restaurant, whatever. I look at your reviews before I even consider even coming, doing business with you. So that helps small business owners, because the more reviews you have, that's some type of exposure, and it kind of makes that business more trustworthy, and you're more apt to want to do business with them. Okay. All right. Also, shop with them directly. Don't just sit back and be surveillance. Shop with them directly, folks. If they got a website, if they got a storefront, if they're at a vendor event, that is a way to support the small business. And us entrepreneurs know we do more work as the entrepreneur as if we worked a corporate job. So the work that it takes to go into the business, I say get out there and support, especially your local small businesses. Get out there and support them. Your local nonprofits, get out there and support them. You know they need funding. Go out there and support them. Just saying. All right. All right, Kesha, you can give me the clap on that one, honey. I'm going to clap for myself on that one. Oh, short and everything. That was a short applause, Kesha. Just playing, girl. Just playing. Okay. So before we go any further, I love you, Kesha. Anyway, so our fabulous guest of the evening, her name is Mrs. Kedra Tompkins. Kedra and I have known each other a long time, family, friends, all the things. Yes. Kedra is a lady of many talents, and I am just excited and elated to have her on tonight. And she is going to tell you a little bit about herself, and then we're going to chat. So ladies and gentlemen, gents and ladies, family and non-family, welcome Kedra Tompkins.
Hello. Hello, everybody. I am Kedra Tompkins. I'm also known as the Real Educator. I'm first a mama and a wife. I have two young men now, so 19 and a soon-to-be 16-year-old. And I have been a realtor since 2004, as well as I've been an educator since 2008. And so hence the name Real Educator. So I've combined those two, and I've been servicing the realtor side and serving families and individuals in that capacity, but also in education. And that right there is both have really been ministries for me, and I've helped others, and I really find it very rewarding and a blessing to serve in that capacity.
Amazing. I'm so glad you're here. Okay. So talk about getting started. When you got started, decided, hey, I want to become a realtor, and then you go, you school, you get licensed, and then you're done. You're out there.
Yes.
Then what? Talk about that journey.
Well, that journey was a journey that had started from when I was a little girl. I used to love to watch the shows on homes. Also, it was a show that was called This Old House. Mm-hmm. And I used to watch it. And then as I got older, I went to business school. I actually graduated with business administration, and I worked in corporate America for 9 years. Got my real estate license in 2004, and it kind of just took off from there. I really knew a lot of people that just really would gravitate to me. I was like, Kedra, I need a home. And, I would go out and work with them, and just work even with the pre-qualification process. A lot of individuals, that was the first step, getting pre-approved. And so a lot of times lenders, people, it's hard for people to trust, I'll say that. And
Agreed.
so with that in mind, they would gravitate like, Kedra, I really need you to help me on this. So I would walk them step by step. I would hold their hand, and I still do that because I feel like this is a calling, and it is a service that I'm providing. And I've heard over and over again that sometimes people just look at the money aspect of it. But for me, it's about connecting with others. It's about really allowing them to, buying a home is a big purchase. Investing in a home or even an investment property is a big purchase. And so with that can be a daunting task that, you don't want to go at alone. So with that in mind, I just have allowed, God to lead me and to help them and provide a service, but also I've built a lot of lasting relationships from the process.
Yeah. So when, they want another house, they can just call you and say, hey, I'm ready for another one. I'm ready to get out of this.
It happens time and time again.
Yeah. What I say about realtors is a lot like hairstylists. We are their counselor. You know all the nitty to the gritty.
Yes.
When it comes to if I'm in their hair, their lashes, their face, and you turn around for you, whatever that journey took for them to even say, okay, I'm ready. And then you have the journey as you're going through the mortgage, the loan processor part, and get through all of that. And once they have the keys in their hand, you get to see that reaction, like, okay, this is really mine.
Yes.
So
they really, and the thing is, like you said, it is, you do wear many hats in the process. And it's a lot of late nights. It's not an easy task. It's a lot of late nights, a lot of hours, and a lot of, traveling back and forth, but it is a situation. It can be an emotional roller coaster ride. But again, as the realtor and as that person, that person of reason, I sit and I talk with them, and I give them the real. Sometimes it's like, okay, can we really afford this home? Do we really, they were, well, I really want. No, I'm not going to let you be house poor. So those are things that we have to, that as a realtor, I really help them think through and really help them reason. And, it's really rewarding in the end. Like I said, it's a lot of work, but I feel like it's something that I've been called to do. I know it is.
Talk about the market now, because the market now has made people very discouraged,
right,
me included, on buying a home, because everything, we're in the center of inflation where everything is going up. Rent, my complex has lost their mind. We should have got some new floors, groceries, all that for the increase that I'm now dealing with now with rent. But the housing market is,
and it depends on the market. We're in the Texas market, and even within the Texas market, it depends on your city. I was reading another report that, in certain parts of the Texas, there's a bit of a decline as far as the housing prices. Now, yes, the actual interest rates have escalated. They have, increased, I'll say, but it's a matter of putting the pros and cons together, right? And weighing out your options. Okay, my rent is this. Okay, if I actually get a home, what will it be? Now, granted, you may not be able to afford the amount of home or the massive home that we would have maybe 5 years back. But even with the fact that the interest rates are higher than what they were over, maybe 3-4 months ago, you still can refinance in a year or two. You always have that option. But you want to get into a home because that money that you are, quote unquote, not say wasting on rent, but you're using for rent, you could be investing and pouring that into equity into your home.
Into escrow and stuff.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I got you, girl.
Well, it's just, I mean, it's one of those things when I talk with my clients, I do a discovery call with them and we weigh out some, I kind of really get in depth, I kind of get in your business because, I really want to know where you are. Is it a good time to buy now? Or is it a good, maybe we do need to wait, and that's okay. But then we need to have a plan and we need to have a time frame. And so those are the things that we definitely, we have a conversation about. And we we devise a plan, and we, I pull in resources that need to be pulled in if necessary. And then we execute the plan.
I love it. I love it. We got a question. So is it better to rent right now or buy right now?
That's a tough question. It's some variables in there. That's a loaded question. But like I was saying before, it's a situation where you weigh out your pros and cons. You look at the amount of rent that you're paying. And then you also look at the area that you're in. Okay. You want to, because again, this is a podcast, so it's United States wise. So, but you want to also talk to a realtor, but you also always want to make sure you're getting pre-approved through a lender.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so pre-qualified, they say, oh, I can pre-qualify you. No, you want to be pre-approved and there may be some conditions. Pre-qualified is only looking at the preliminary aspect of your financial state. The actual approval component is that they've pulled your credit, yes, but they've also looked at your bank statements. They've done verification of employment. They've done a lot of different things that are that will actually give you a good targeted amount of what picture you would actually be able to qualify for in a home. Okay. And so you want to, those are things that, as far as the renting component, if you're going to be in an area for a short period of time, then maybe that's not the time to buy. That's not the place to buy. If you're in a city and you're maybe contracting in a job for 2 or 3 years, that may be not where you may not want to buy. But if it's somewhere that you want to grow roots, you want to raise your family, and it's an area that you really want to invest in, I would say buy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was going to ask, are there certain areas DFW wise you're seeing kind of that are kind of lower than the norm as far as costs? Is there certain
DFW? We have left the building.
looking like trying to catch up with California. I work in the mortgage. Yeah.
It's yes.
Yeah, because I see it because I work on the legal side, so I see the foreclosures and all of that. So I see from all 50 states and everything what that looks like. And
so you see
and
that,
I'm
right?
like, I said, we looking
a
real
foreclosure in Texas look a lot different.
Florida's the worst. Florida is the worst out of all 50 states.
Yes.
Period. Yes. But yeah, I was like, oh my God. But I was wondering, like, and I'm asking, I ain't gonna say asking for a friend. I'm asking for me. So is there a certain part of town? Because I remember Chris, you know who Chris is. Chris and I used to have back and forth. He was like, you need to come on Sound. It's cheaper. You can't say that now because DeSoto looking real Frisco at the moment. Just saying.
The prices, yes. Like I said, it's one of those things. It's pretty relative. I mean, it really is a nuts and bolts type thing where you have to kind of really drill down to specifics. When you're, looking at the CMA reports, or even, what you're wanting, the amenities you're wanting in the home, so a lot of that has to do with, do I want a pre-existing versus new construction? There are a lot of factors and variables that you want to consider.
Child, they neck and neck right now. That's a real. I'm saying I did a Zillow search recently, and I was like,
yes.
This is I said as one that haven't even been built yet. Know.
So like I say, reach out to me. We can talk specifics as far as anyone on. We can talk specifics in the Texas DFW area, definitely. And it will actually go through the process of, going and seeing what you want, and then where you want to live, and then what we can afford, what can we get approved for, and what we're willing to do. And then so that discovery call is very, very important. And it really gives me a lot of information. It also gives the actual person that, the buyer, it'll give them a lot of information. And even people selling their homes, that discovery call is a whole nother kind of conversation.
I bet.
Especially when, it's like, do I sell now or do I wait?
Wait.
Right.
They may say wait. You may say wait. Somebody had posted, can we talk about 1-bedrooms going up to $1,800 a month? We'll be here all night.
Yes.
We'll be here all night talking
It's
about
that
that.
supply and demand situation,
Yeah, because my apartment straight up told me with mine inflation. I said, they ain't got nothing to do with me. Inflation has nothing to do with Robbin. Just saying. I'm like, you guys we're going to get a new refrigerator. Y'all doing something. They were like, no,
Yeah.
no, that's not what we're doing. So it's just
Yeah.
the times that we live in.
It's
with
the times that we
everything.
live in, and definitely the location. It's for, the more metropolitan, or more convenient areas, of course, they're going to definitely elevate that price for one bedroom, $1,800. Yeah, that's
just a mess. A mess.
Or more.
Yeah. So talk about kid conscience. I want to make sure I'm saying it right.
It's kid conscious and beyond.
Thank you. I was going to
And
say.
so
Make sure I said
it
that right.
is cultivating mindful humans. Okay. So as an educator, I became an educator. The story that even comes with that is a book, as far as me becoming an educator. But once I became a mom, it really my schedule. I wanted a schedule change, if you may, but I also wanted to help my children be the best that they could be. But in doing so, I began to do substitute teaching. Okay. And I was doing it at a middle school in my area. And my heart began to go out to them, because it was in an underserved area. And it was, we had a career day, and the children, we had a career day, the kids came in and their attire didn't align to the career day. From the standpoint, they were, we had purple gator shoes and, party dresses. I mean, and it's no shade, but it was just a situation that wasn't what the setting called for, which let me know that they weren't being necessarily in the schools as it when we were growing up. They kind of taught you how to dress and what to wear and what to say, and look someone in the eye when you speak to them, and they taught us those soft skills, and these babies just hadn't been taught. So that did all that. Went on to say, I said all that to say, talked to the children, kind of gave them a summary of it after we had the career day, and they were just like, nobody told us, we didn't know. And so I was like, so as time has gone on, and I've become a teacher, instructional coach, and now a school administrator, there's a situation where the soft skills and the actual post-secondary skills that children fully need in order to navigate and become that mindful human, it's a situation where it's a bit lacking, because we focus so much on other aspects of in public education, which I love it. I'm so, it has afforded me some great opportunities. However, I just know that our children, there's more. So Kid Conscious and Beyond is a post-secondary readiness program that I have it embeds life skills within that. And so the program, actually, post-secondary means getting your kids ready for what they're going to do after high school. Okay. So, and when does that start? That starts from infancy. So many times we think it's when we get to high school, but it starts from infancy. When the baby gets here, you can set up that 529 plan that will actually give them some money, $5 here, $20 here, that will give them some money to actually have something, whether they go to college, whether they go to vocational school, whether they get a certification of some type, it is there for them. And it actually will afford them an opportunity after high school to go to school and do those things. But there's other aspects to that. There's the academic, there's the networking part of it. There's also that personal care. We have to ensure that our children have that personal care. And that looks like, yes, it does look like that social emotional that we see, but it also is a part where do I go if this happens? Who are my go-to people? It talks about those affirmations, like you're saying. We have to show our children how to affirm themselves and advocate for themselves. So these are things that actual Kid Conscious and Beyond, like I said, or in a nutshell, it is a program that embeds post-secondary planning as well as life skills for our children so that they have better outcomes after high school.
Okay. Is Kid Conscious a nonprofit?
Kid Conscious and Beyond is a for-profit. Kids Jubilee, which does the same thing, is my nonprofit. Kids Jubilee. Yes.
Okay, that's what I was like. I got him confused. Jubilee. Okay. Got it. Okay, so talk about Kids Jubilee since you brought it in. So I was going there.
That's okay. Kids Jubilee is a nonprofit that I founded in 2013. And so it's all about life skills is what our mission is. And so with Kids Jubilee, it definitely is a situation where we did what was called a lead to legacy program. And so it taught children about creating what a legacy is and creating their legacy so that they can have a better outlook on their family life in the future. And so those are some components that, like I said, the life skills component is very important because, again, life skills is etiquette, yes, but it's also those soft skills and those executive functioning skills that go along with academics, because we have a lot of intellectually, smart children and adults as well, but sometimes they don't have the executive functioning skills as well as the life skills in order to actually navigate through life and actually be successful. So, or to really meet their full potential when it comes to those to their careers and their goals.
So, with Kid Conscious and Beyond, what kind of help is needed for you to kind of keep it going? Is there anything in particular that you need assistance with, help with, So if anybody's out there that is maybe wanting to help or donate anything, volunteer.
Well, with Kids Jubilee, definitely. We are in the spring looking to do a SAT, ACT prep. Okay. In the areas of the best in some areas of the southern sector. We looked at the SAT scores for the last maybe 3 years, and they are way below the national average. Okay. So wanted to do some work around getting some volunteers to actually help with math coaching for the students for the SAT or ACT, as well as for the vocabulary, the English component. I wanted to push it out actually in the fall, but wasn't able to actually get the support needed. But that is something that is really necessary because, again, a lot of times what we don't understand is the economic side of it. The children that actually are taking that test, or either the ones that are going, they're going to be our future. They're going to be our future, whether it be college-based or some type of vocational. And the thing is, if they are not able to matriculate and actually navigate that SAT, those entry level assessments. And let me say this, let me backtrack a little bit. It has changed a bit, whereas SAT, ACT is not required in a lot of cases for children to enter college. Okay. But
I'm jealous. Keep going.
But it is a way that universities in some cases that's how they're allocating the money and prioritizing who's going to get those scholarships. Okay. So, of course, we want our children to be able to compete in that area. So we want to be able to provide programs for them that are that will actually give them a good shot at being able to compete in the area of scholarships and grants.
I love it. I love it. Someone had asked, how do you sign up? How would the public sign up if they were interested in helping out
Yes.
with coaching or?
So definitely you would go to on Facebook, it would be Kids Jubilee, and you would inbox me there. There is a background check that would need to be done because we are working with children, of course. And so please reach out. You can also reach me at Real Educator 8 on Instagram. And that is that will be definitely a great way to reach me. And then we'll be able to converse from there.
Okay. And with Kid Conscious and Beyond, is there a certain age range that can enter the program?
Kid Conscious and Beyond right now, the focus is our intermediate to high school students. Okay. I do have some clients that come to me like early childhood, and they want some advice on the track as far as before their children even enter into school. But as far as programs, the programming, it would be more like 4th grade through 12th grade. Okay. And so, but the workshops that I have planned and the actual programs that I have allocated, they definitely could be curtailed to younger ages.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, do you have like a certain number of people that you like to have, a certain number of students, or is it just, come on, or?
So what I'm doing actually now, I am putting together for our high schoolers, and more 10th, 11th grade audience, and it's going to be called college application party. Okay.
I love that.
And so that college application party is going to definitely introduce the application process and get them started. But then once we get in depth, then it kind of opens up other areas of services that may be needed. Now we do workshops, holistic workshops. However, the program, as far as individualized, when it's individualized, definitely I'm trying to keep it to about 8 people right now. Okay. Because it's a very comprehensive program, and it definitely is one-on-one, but it also is one-on-one with the students and their parents. So it's definitely it's very comprehensive. Yes.
Okay. That is amazing, girl. Oh my God. Before I go into my next little spiel, you being in education, I say the past 2 years has been, I think, the most stressful for any educator. So I'm just giving you your flowers now. Thank you for everything that you do. I know all the parents out there would for sure agree with me. Especially the ones that were forced into being teachers, administrators, cafeteria, janitorial, all the things. But these past 2 years probably woke some parents up. Like, teaching is not for me, not my ministry. Let me appreciate these educators and administrators a little bit better than what we have been doing. I didn't have that issue, but with Munchkin, but I knew some folks, they were like, oh my God, I can't work and try to help them with their work and and a newfound appreciation for educators as a whole with COVID,
Yes.
So I always like to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For
what you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because and I remember we talked some years back when I was contemplating the teaching program and took tests.
Yes.
It just wasn't my cue to do it. And it's interesting now, the same school that has all my information as we speak can't stop emailing me. Come on in, we don't care about you having to
come on.
Yes. Come on in, let's get you.
We will work it out with you.
You will get certified. Come on. And I'm just looking like,
Yes.
So how are you taking care of you in all of this and all of the things that you do? You do a lot. wear a lot of hats, especially being in the education umbrella. How are you taking care of you, especially in the mental?
Yes, a lot of prayer. A lot of prayer. But the other thing is, I have a great support system. I really do. My husband, Antoine, he is very supportive, even as it relates to the businesses, he and my boys, they really, 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 really support. And I really am thankful for that. But the most important thing is for me, I think staying grounded and rooted and grounded in God, you know. I know some people say it's kind of cliche, but at the end of the day, no, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not a person that I'm, interceding every night and every day. But at the end of the day, I do, when I feel myself getting to a point, I have to anchor myself in him. And so that's where, and what that looks like is, praying, reading my word. And then what I find also is praying for others, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Praying for others and being there for them, it empowers me, and so I really believe that with that, I have really found a balance in being able to live that now. And the other thing, I give me some massages. Get me a good old massage. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
How long are your massages? I'm being nosy now.
90 minutes.
Yeah, you don't do no 60. You're getting gypped. It's really 50.
90 minutes.
90 minutes. I had a 90-minute on Friday. It was delightful.
Yes.
And then,
yes. So, and I've found like a little sister circle too. So, I've got a new sister circle, and that I do some things with, and I'm really pleased and happy and kind of get away.
I love that. Nothing like community.
Yes.
That is one of the main reasons this platform was brought about, with community. I believe you shouldn't go through, entrepreneurship, life period alone. And so it's great to have that community. It's great to have that community to keep you sane when you want to jump off the ledge. They, like, come on, girl, come on back.
Yes.
Come on back.
Yes. Amazing. And you know what? And I can't be remiss. Gramps and Grammy B.
Yeah.
Gramps and Grammy B.
Yeah.
They are my anchor as well. So yes, Gramps and Grammy B. And you know who you are. That's my mom and my daddy, y'all.
Yeah. Your mama with her fabulous self. Fabulous, yes. Honey. Yes. But before we close out tonight, tell everybody how you can be reached, followed. I know it's been posted, but you can tell the people.
Yes. So you can reach me on Instagram at Real Educator 8. Also at Kid Conscious and Beyond on Facebook, Kid Conscious and Beyond. And then also I have both a page and a group. It would be Kid Conscious and Beyond is my group. And then for my realtor, it would be Kedra Tompkins Realtor page or group. But I definitely, how you would definitely want to get in contact with me for my realtor services, it would definitely be on my page, because it instantly grabs your information and sends me a notification.
Okay. Now with Kid Conscious Group, do you have to be in education to be a part of the group, or is it just anybody who wants to join or have children?
So for Kid Conscious and Beyond, the group, it will ask you questions. It is a private group, and it will ask you, what are your relations to children? And so with that in mind, but on my Kid Conscious and Beyond page, it is open. So you definitely can like that and ask any questions and provide the services. Also, I will be a vendor at the University of Arlington at the Yes Summit this Saturday from 9 to 2. And so you'll be able to talk with me, as well as find out more about Kid Conscious and Beyond and the services we provide. And also be on the lookout on my page for the college application party, as well as the post-secondary, other post-secondary education and life skill activities for the younger children.
Wow. I thought I have stuff going on. My gosh. I'm proud of you though. I'm proud of
Thank
you
you.
though. And
Thank
so you just mentioned
I'm
all of
humble.
that. Do you have any other business ventures that you're thinking about future that's on that brain of yours?
You know, I have always wanted to be on an event center.
You can do it.
So that's gonna be that's
Oh my
it's
gosh.
coming. But
Okay.
we got
I
this
can't
other
I can't wait to hear all about it. And then all we're gonna do is bring you back so you can talk about that, so we can get
yes,
people looking
yes, yes,
for the event center. I
yes,
love that.
yes.
Come on now, just serve everywhere and just know that you're gonna be blessed tenfold because you're blessing
Thank
so
you.
many people,
Thank you.
so
Thank
many kids, and helping them grow life skills. That's
you.
amazing. Because there's home ec at school, but that's just a semester.
Yes.
And then you
Yes.
go
And
on
it
to
and it
the
and I
thing.
didn't say when I did my masters for my masters, the actual life skill programs that were out there that I was researching were only after individuals had been through the judicial system. They had been through the penal system. So it
Okay.
was always retroactive. So we want to be proactive. We want to be proactive.
I agree. I agree. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much, Keidra. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. So since we're about to wrap up shortly, a few things. If you have not shared tonight's broadcast, please make sure you have shared on your Facebook and type hashtag Mamaprenuer in the comments. I am doing a drawing immediately after the broadcast. I am giving away 3 different prizes, so make sure you are sharing. Sharing is caring. Make sure you are following my platform. I got 1,000,002 pages. All right, so it is at Mamaprenuer Podcast via Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Also, with the jewelry line, it's at Rejuvenate Jewels with the Z Boutique on Facebook and Instagram. And then also have for the coaching business, it's at Savvy Salon Systems. That's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the things.
Yes.
I had to list all that in
I
one breath.
know. I
Uh,
know.
you know, also, don't forget to go to my website to check out the merch, purchase you a shirt or 2 or 3, and check out what's coming up for the Mamaprenuer Podcast. That is mamapreneurpodcast.com. Also, make sure you're following the Power Team.
Yes.
This is the umbrella that we are under. Follow the Power Team platform. That is my joke is space because it's everywhere. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. This podcast is going to be played on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor. I know I'm missing some stuff. It is what it is, but y'all get my drift. Make sure you follow us on all platforms because there's other shows besides mine. So we have our fearless leader, Kesha and Dr. Real. They are on first and third Wednesdays from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., where they discuss a little bit of everything, current events, a little bit of everything. Dr. Real always got some good one-liners. What else? We have Buying and Selling with Bree. She's on Monday nights. We have Steph the educator. She is on the opposite Thursdays of me. I'm second and fourth. She is first and third. And she's an educator as well. So all things education, feel free to watch Steph the educator. And she's always talking all things education. And she's amazing. So make sure you guys are tuning in. Also, again, for my hairstylists out there, barbers, makeup artists, anybody in the beauty industry, if you're wanting some help with your business, the webinar is October 25th at 7 p.m. Central Time. If you want to RSVP, get with me offline and I will provide more details. Thank you, Kedra, again for coming on tonight.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. I'm humbled.
And everybody, thank you guys for watching the Mamaprenuer Podcast, episode 32. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a blessed evening.